You're listening to Chin, Ottawa's multicultural voice.
Excitement's in the air, ladies and gentlemen. 97.9 FM listeners are waiting the 5th annual Suhaag show presented by Chevrolet tonight, and we're glad to be joined by Paul Bailey. Once again, you've been listening for several weeks that Chevrolet presents the 5th annual Suhaag show in Ottawa, Sunday, November 24th. And tonight, it's a great pleasure to have Paul Bailey, Advertising, Integration, and Launch Manager from General Motors of Canada. Paul, welcome to Chin Radio in Ottawa.
Hey, good evening. It's great to be here.
Excellent to have you here. And there's a lot of excitement in the nation's capital as Chevrolet presents the 5th annual Suhaag show. Tell us how long you've been associated with the Suhaag brand, how Chevrolet's experience has been so far.
Absolutely. Actually, this is our first year with the wedding shows. We've been involved in various events over the years, but this is actually our first year with the wedding show itself, and we're absolutely excited to be here. Working with Suhaag, working with everybody involved with the show has been nothing short of absolutely phenomenal, and we're very, very excited about the show coming up in Ottawa, as well as the two shows that we've already been a part of in Toronto. And this year we've gone all in, and we've decided that we're going to be offering up a brand new Chevrolet Cruze to somebody who attends one of the three shows.
Excellent to hear. And this is the last of the three shows taking place in Ottawa on Sunday, November 24th. Lots of excitement in the air. We've had great attendance numbers the last 4 years, and this is looking to be a record breaker once again. This year it's special because, as we're spreading the Suhaag name and welcoming back some of the exhibitors and attendees, it's a great pleasure to announce that Chevrolet is presenting the 5th annual Suhaag show. Can you give me in a nutshell the reason and some of the fanfare associated with Chevrolet being associated with the Suhaag show, and in particular the South Asian community?
Absolutely. At Chevrolet, we are a global brand. It's something where when we look at being a global brand, we believe that it's very, very important to be a part of all of Canada's communities. And what that means is reaching out and finding partnerships with Suhaag and other folks, as well as finding really relevant very, very relevant properties that we can go into, really great partnerships, such as the wedding show. When we start looking at the wedding show specifically, what we find is really, really, really great alignment in terms of what we believe in and what those attending the show believe in. We look at the folks that are attending the show. It's such an important time in a lot of people's lives. They're looking at getting married. There's hope. There's positivity. There's optimism. And, of course, the future fantastic when it comes to the possibilities that are just around the corner for these folks. And, frankly, that aligns absolutely perfectly with what we believe in at Chevrolet. So for us, not only is it important to be a part of the wedding show, but it's also very, very important that we find meaningful partnerships within all the communities of Canada. By doing so, we personally believe that we can better not only service those communities, but we get to truly understand what they stand for so we can find ways to stand with them.
That is great to hear, and once again, lots of excitement in Ottawa as people are anticipating walking into the Suhaag show, which always has a lot of glitz, glamour, energy, music, and everything else. And this year, there will actually be a Chevy Cruze on premises. Can you tell us about the rules and regs associated and how people can perhaps enter the draw, and one lucky winner can have the brand new vehicle in their driveway in the weeks and months to come?
Absolutely. Not only are we going to have a Chevrolet Cruze on display, but we are going to have the Chevrolet Cruze that a lucky winner is going to walk away with. So this is the opportunity for somebody attending the show to come up and take a look at what might be their prize if they're successful in winning the Cruze. In terms of the process, it's very, very simple. What I'd ask anyone attending the show to do is come and see us at our display. We'll have lots of ballots, we'll have lots of boxes, we'll have everything needed to fill in an entry to win the Cruze. It's very, very simple, and we've kept it that way on purpose. This is a very easy contest, and it's something that we think that everyone can get behind and everyone can certainly enter. And any specific rules and regs will be right there at the display itself.
Excellent to hear. Sounds like a win-win-win situation with people making their way into the Ottawa Conference and Event Center for the 5th annual Suhaag show presented by Chevrolet. And once again, you're describing us a beautiful vehicle on site, and people can find out more about how they can take it home with them in the next few weeks as well. And that's great to hear. Before we conclude, Paul, can you give us a bit of a detail on the vehicle itself, about the Chevrolet Cruze, which is a hot seller from what I hear?
Absolutely. The Cruise competes in a very, very competitive segment of the market, and although I might be a bit biased in saying this, it's certainly one of the very best. What you're going to find with the prize is you're walking away with a Chevrolet Cruise that's very, very nicely equipped. We're talking power windows, power locks, we're talking cruise control, all the stuff that you'd expect on a car in that segment, but you're also walking away with some real unexpected wins. You're going to end up with things like 10 standard airbags. You're going to end up with remote start, remote keyless entry. It's overall one of those cars that you'll be very, very proud not only to take to your wedding and drive away in afterwards, but something that you'll be really proud to hang out with friends in, as well as take home to mom and dad.
That is great to hear. Paul, I want to thank you for your time and really looking forward to the Suhaag show in many different ways, but this is definitely the highlight of the night as we conclude tonight, and many of our listeners and attendees looking forward to Chevrolet presenting the 5th annual Suhaag show. Anything that you would like to add for the sake of our listeners on Chin Radio before we conclude tonight, Paul?
Absolutely. What it really boils down to, folks, anyone out there listening right now, we'd love to see you at the show itself. Come on by. Make sure that you come on in, fill out an entry, try to win that Chevrolet Cruise, but really, we just want you to come down to the show. It's promising to be a real great show, lots of energy, lots of things to see, lots of things to do, and we're just absolutely proud to be a part of it.
Thank you so much once again, and we're looking forward to it all coming down Sunday, November 24th, the 5th annual Suhaag show presented by Chevrolet at the Ottawa Conference and Event Center. Special thanks once again, Paul, for joining us live and direct on Mircha Masala Radio right here in the nation's capital.
Thank you.
Paul Bailey from General Motors, live and direct, 97.9 FM.